So when I did this Ensemble Stars reaction for a patron, I did not think it was going to get the response that it got. There are so many people that are still flooding my comments like, I've been summoned, I've been summoned. Like, okay, here we are, here we go, let's do another one. Hello wonderful humans of the internet, how are we? My name is Sam Scott-Thorne and I'm a vocal coach based in Glasgow. Now if you'd like to meet and explore your voice a little more, you can find me on sstvocals.com. You can also find me on Patreon and various other social media platforms, and I'll put the handles down below and over there. Now if you'd like to consider becoming a patron, you have access to things like early release of reactions, you can fast track reactions, become a reaction, there's special roles on my Discord server, and you have access to all sorts of bonus content like my Vocal Anatomy 101 series where I teach you how the voice works. So consider becoming a patron and help shape my channel. Okay, you guys have been asking and asking and asking and asking, so here we are, we're going to do it. We're going to go back and do some more Ensemble Stars. Apparently there's like a bunch of bands, but one name that kept popping up, or in my mind anyway, was Valkyrie. So I have just chosen at random. We're going to listen to Le Temps des Fleurs, which, if my French is still right, means the time of flowers. I could be wrong. Are they French? That's exciting. If they are, I will not know very many words. But we're going to go and listen to Le Temps des Fleurs and see what we think. I hope my French accent isn't terrible as well. The only thing I can really say in French is Je ne comprends pas le français. Je ne comprends pas. I don't know. It means I don't understand French. Oh, there's two of them. Okay, so the pink-haired person has a very forward-placed and nasalized sound. It feels quite velum-based to my ear. So your velum is basically the access point for your nasal tone or your oral tone. So if it is up here, then all you're getting is oral tone, so ga. If it's down against the back of the tongue, all you get is He is sitting between the two, so like a and with that kind of bass sound, it feels quite diaphragmatic in the way that it's punchy. Like, you've got a lot of power from that. Feels like it's just got a lot of push. And that gives a kind of authoritative sound. Feels very leader-esque. The harmony that came in was really beautiful too. The harmony line backed off a little bit. It was a wee bit more aspirate sounding, which is what you want. You want a feeling of separation until there's like a really strong harmony, and that's when you want to start matching. That felt like a support harmony to me, but it was very, very good. Okay, they're moving very, very quickly, but that was a more aspirate sound from the black-haired person, so that would make sense as to why that harmony sounded really far back placed. An interesting thing was when the pink guy came in for the harmony, that was a little bit less intense than the main delivery line. So they understand that in order to create balance, you have to back off a little bit if your tone is more overpowering than the one you're singing with. It was much of a it was much more smooth onset, and it felt like it had a little bit more of this kind of push and pull. So essentially what they did was they took away the foundation of that powerful kind of diaphragmatic sound and let it go all the way up into this very, very clever. Also, the black-haired singer allowed the voice to come into a more forward place by the end of that phrase. In fact, the last little bit felt very similar to what we'd heard from the pink-haired person. They work really well together, so clearly they can switch their voices up in order to kind of blend, fall into the background, or take the forefront. Very, very good. They sound identical. Really, like there's not much in this at all. They have managed to match their recipes really well together. I couldn't pick one out over the other. And that just goes to show that they do modify their vocal recipes in order to fit what they're doing. This feels very unison, it feels very regimented. It kind of feels militaristic in a way. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but it sounds like the way someone would sing like a national anthem or something. It has form and they are sticking to the form. That's what I mean. And it kind of goes with the outfits, I suppose. It does feel a little bit kind of like regimented in a way, and their outfits kind of give me a little bit of yin and yang. There's a balance between them. They are the other half of the other one, and when they come together they create this unison. Very, very nice. That was nice. So they're getting into this more nasal place where they're pushing that sound up into this kind of area here in their mask. The larynxi? I don't usually speak of more than one at a time. The larynx is raised, creating a brighter, more kind of innocent sound. Goes with this piece of music, goes with the character of this song. It's got hope to it, if that makes sense. I don't know what the words are, but it has this kind of hopeful energy. Their harmonies are just absolutely gorgeous as well. They're quite close harmonies. Like at some points I feel like I'm listening to something in unison, and then at other points I'm like, oh no. There is a little shift here, and then they'll split into a much more kind of prominent harmony. Either way, they just have such a lovely blend together. So this here, it sounds really low, but what's happening is the larynx is being dropped. So those actual notes are da 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 da, which isn't that low if you think about it. Ba, but I've just put it onto this mid-place larynx. If I raise it, it's actually quite high. What they're doing is lowering larynx. Da, 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 da. So it sounds really low. It's really clever because what it allows is a lift in the larynx as you go through the phrase to brighten the sound, but you're not actually going up as far in like pitch, but it feels like you're going from here to here. Da. Hear that? I'm actually just going da 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 da. It's really short shift in pitch, but with the larynx moving, it sounds like a much further distance traveled. I will also say as well, a lot of that kind of twangy nasalized sound has come off of the person with the pink hair, which creates a much more softer kind of delicate sound. Again, aiding in this sound. Sounds kind of mysterious, moving into this forceful kind of place. Not forceful, but more present. And then the person with black hair is really creating this lovely kind of backdrop. It feels a bit like call and response. Their voice is a little bit more present the whole way through, but there's echoes of the other one. So they are kind of feeding off of one another. It's really clever. It's a really clever little transition from that really moody kind of place into the other section. It just feels like you're getting taken in a completely different area, and they're lifting their larynxes slightly onto that place just to change the character, and then dropping back down into this more kind of mature voice style. I really like them. This song is kind of taking me all over the place. It's quite hard to pin down as like a vibe, but I'm enjoying it. Wow, that went all over the place in the best way. That was amazing, right? So that was Valkyrie. I'm assuming there's lots more. I have read so many comments and I'm still trying to get to grips with what this game is about. Is there a story? I'm just going to have to do a deep dive or start playing it. I don't even know what console it's on, but we'll work it out. Anyway, that was Valkyrie. That was really fun. I'm assuming there's more. There's loads more bands. So if there's another song by Valkyrie or if there's another band you want me to check out, then let me know down below and we'll go and do it. And if you liked that reaction, please give it a like and a thumbs up down below. And if you want to see more from me, hit subscribe. And anytime I have new content, you will be the first to know. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me. And how will we buy this one? I don't know. I feel like I need like a little twin to do this, but I don't have one, so I won't. So I guess all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for joining me, and thank you for watching. I hope you subscribe, and if we watch more videos, I hope you like. That's all you're getting. I love you. Bye.